Hey, wait.
Mark Henry's better than Viscera.
Wait, you said Mark Henry's better than Viscera?
Yeah.
Wait. You said Viscera's better than Mark Henry, Sam.
No. I said Mark Henry's better than Viscera.
What did Sam say?
Viscera's better.
No.
Viscera's better than Mark Henry.
Facts.
We can't discuss this no more. I'm sorry.
We can't discuss this.
We can't discuss this no more. What is going on, fam?
I said Viscera's better than Henry.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you why.
Bro.
Let me tell you why.
Go on.
Viscera is more athletic than Mark Henry. You know that, innit? Mark Henry only got feet of strength. Only got feet of strength. That's the only athleticism that he's got. Have you ever seen Mark Henry done that?
Olympic athletes.
Mark Henry is literally a world's strongest man. That's legit.
You know, man, I'm not even listening to what I'm saying.
He's an Olympic
athlete. I'm saying he's got feet of strength. That is the only athleticism that he has.
Okay, what's
Viscera has he got?
What's Viscera got?
Wait, quick question. Sorry to interrupt you lot. Are we still on about this Viscera thing?
Fam, we are, bro.
Why?
Fam.
He said he's better than Mark Henry, G.
Why?
Hey, you're looking fly, by the way, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. I hate this haircut, fam. It's pissing me off, but we have to move, fam. We're actually still on this Viscera thing.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, let's call a spade, innit? I haven't even introduced myself. When I say guap, you say daddy. Guap.
Let's go.
It's the strong style rating. Leg drop hating.
Wait. That was nice. I like that.
When I say guap, you say daddy. Guap.
Daddy.
It's the strong style rating, leg drop hating, big back rubbing, Chris Jericho loving, son of a gun. It's King of Essex, guap daddy. Listen, Viscera is crap. End of. I have nothing else to say about him. You cannot compare Viscera to Mark Henry. Yeah, Mark Henry is a more athletic version of Viscera, if we're keeping it a buck.
Yeah. But yeah, that one.
But yeah, I think we should leave this Viscera because you know what, Sam, do you know what it is? Next week, I'm gonna actually just watch 5 Viscera matches.
I already watched
them down for you. Okay. I watched one and I couldn't do it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No problem.
I watched one and I was just like, okay, like the John Cena versus Viscera match. It was an all right match, but I mean, it wasn't a barn burner.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't had better matches than Mark Henry.
No. I can't lie, no.
He hasn't had better matches than most people. I think if there's anyone I'm to compare Viscera to, and this might even be an insult to this person, but he's a black version of the Great Khali.
Yes!
And the Great Khali's won a world title.
Yes!
Viscera's never been like this. Like besides his Big Daddy V run, which had a lot of potential. That maybe I was chatting rubbish a few weeks ago, but the Big Daddy V, that was probably the closest to
Big Daddy V could have been a champion.
That was closest to possibly being a top tier act.
Yeah.
But besides that, nah, he ain't it. He ain't it. He
Big
ain't
facts.
It. He ain't it.
Dale has
God rest his soul. Maybe I was taking things a bit too far last time, innit? Yeah. But I mean, I stand by everything I said. I said that shit. I said that shit. Hey, I'm not gonna say anything else before I go off on the thing, but yeah. This was a Great Khali. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Yo,
but then again, wrestling's subjective, isn't it? So I think that's the beautiful thing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. So
exactly. I'm your humble host, VHS Pappy, aka Nafi. I just want to clear a few things up quickly before we actually delve into this podcast and we introduce everyone else. What day was it? Was it Tuesday night? Tuesday night, guys? Was it Tuesday night? Tuesday night. Big up Alex McAfee. Invited us, like me and Laps, to this to TalkSport Radio.
Oh, what man? That CM Punk.
Fam, we're gonna talk about that now. I'm gonna clarify something now. So obviously,
you man chizzed it. I'm so sorry.
A few questions were thrown about, and fam, I somehow found myself like in a split, fam. I don't know why I said CM Punk here. Like, bear in mind, CM Punk left before, like, way before that. And I don't know why I said it. Like, I think it's just the pressure, innit? And obviously, when I'm on the phone, I'm hearing the beat. Like, on my line laps, there's a beat. There was like a tense drum or something. Yeah, there's a timer in it. So I was like, oh, flip. Do you know what? CM Punk, man, have it. Do you know what I mean, fam? Seth Rollins wasn't in my head, fam. But yeah, you man, forgive me. I managed to get 2. You know, even a hard one that Alex even said, like, Alex was like, oh, I didn't know he was gonna get the Hulk Hogan and Edge one, and yeah, I didn't. Fam, even that one, yeah, fam, I was just off memory, fam. But yeah, man, I hope you guys forgive me.
You man did well, man. Big up Alex McAfee.
Yeah, big up Alex McAfee and Will Gav, man.
Big up Alex.
Yeah. But yeah, Mandem, Laps and Sam, gonna, you know, cut your promo.
It's your boy, Sam Blacks, Mr. Controversial, you know, underdone, Viscera, top 5 dead or alive.
I can't lie, this podcast today, yeah, is gonna be one of the most controversial podcasts ever. Sam's got a lot to say.
Of course I've got a lot.
He's got a lot to say. And he's been saying stuff off, like when it was off air. So when we get into it, we'll get into it, innit? But yeah, Laps.
Obviously, it's Young Laps, aka Young Guap,
Come
aka
on.
the Laps 316.
Jeez.
You know, still working on my promos, so we'll get there in it. But it's the Laps.
You know, technically, that is your promo.
That is your promo.
Man says it every week, I'm working on my promo.
It's
actually his promo now.
Bro, you can't work on every week, you know. You're going to be certain, bro. They'll put you back in the canteen. I'm playing. So, hey, we got the...
I'm working on it. It's getting there. It's getting there. I added the Laps 316 there, innit?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you need to go to the hot dungeon, fam.
This is the intro I've been waiting for.
Trust me, this one here. This one here. Let's go.
You know, it's where NK, aka the man of the hour, too sweet to be
Keep
sour.
going. One more time. Keep going.
Blue Japan Prince, watch Okada matches for hours. You get me, fam.
Keep going. And one more time. Keep going.
I'll reload it.
Keep going.
It's the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour. New Japan Prince, watch Okada matches for hours, fam. You get me? That's who I am, fam. You get me?
It's lit.
That was nice. That was nice. Mandem, first and foremost, how's you lot's week, man?
I'm dreading it, man. It's been too hot.
What? Fam!
Yeah, no.
Inferno match every night. Inferno match every night. I swear, I pray all of us make it to heaven because, boy, you see this woman here? Nah, myth.
It's not a joke.
Myth.
It's not.
But you remember watching wrestling? Any War Smackdown?
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
that's me.
Smackdown.
Yeah, I watched Raw. Yeah, I watched Raw as well.
Smackdown as well.
So where do we start? You start Smackdown. You want to start Smackdown or do you want to start Raw?
Raw, because it's Monday, isn't it? Let's start.
I mean, because Raw. Okay, cool. You'll start Raw. We watched Raw here, by the way.
Yeah, I watched Raw still.
Cool. Let's start off with. Sorry, I had notes. Let's start off with. The Raw Underground. How did you guys find it this week?
We got Baba Tunde.
Hey, Baba Tunde changed his name.
I know, to Baba what?
Double Kato.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't feeling
I
that.
like him though. I like him. He's brutal on Raw Underground.
But my problem is this, bro. I don't want Baba Tunde to be an actor. He's not an actor. WWE stopped using him as an actor. He can wrestle. Put him in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
How many times he gonna act? He's been in the main event. Now they're bringing him in Raw Underground as Double Kato. Where's the Baba Tunde? You know what I mean?
That's probably his push.
That's what you think that's his push? Right, fair enough.
Yeah. Raw Underground's the new land of opportunity, isn't it? And he's getting his push down there. Like other than everyone else, he's like the face of it now.
But one thing about I feel like with Raw Underground, I feel like there was no. Obviously, I thought it was going to carry on from last week. I thought the Hurt Business was going to be there again, but there was no sign of them in it. So I feel like every week he's going to be like a different person starring on it. Like this week we have Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, I can't lie, she shouldn't be on Raw Underground.
The thing is, sorry.
I say for the love of God, she should be on Raw Underground because she nearly killed them girls. But yeah, go.
No, I was like, because I remember you lot saying that. You felt like Hurt Business was. I mean, Raw Underground was just there to introduce the Hurt Business, but I mean, I didn't agree with that. I just felt like it was just another platform, and obviously this was solely Shane's idea, and Shane is seen as someone that is very well liked backstage. He's someone that, if he comes with ideas, people are willing to listen. So I feel like this is just a new opportunity because, obviously Raw's 3 hours. So it's a way to kind of like split the hours accordingly. So, you know, you're watching a bit of wrestling, then you're watching this wacky Raw Underground kind of this thing. So, I mean, I feel like it's just an opportunity to kind of like, as much as it's a way to kind of introduce new stars, but it's kind of like a new like a new ground for like wrestlers that aren't really doing too much on the main roster to just go there and just work and just let off some steam and just have a bit of fun. I don't think it's anything that should be taken. Like maybe down the line, it's maybe something they can try and make something that's a proper like serious storyline out of it. But I mean, at the moment in time, I feel like it's just a way to kind of like, for example, Shayna Baszler, she's one of the best women in the company. She hasn't really been doing too much, but obviously because of her real life MMA background and her catch wrestling background, it's just a good way for her to go there to like showcase her skills and show like, you know what, she's a legitimate fighter. So I think that's just what it is. Like, look at people like Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler was a legitimate wrestler in college. So it's just a way for him to kind of showcase his skills. I think Rowan, I can't remember is it Ivar, Eric, one of those? I think it's Eric.
Yeah.
Just Eric to go
which one? The guy from Viking Raiders, yeah? Yeah.
He went down to go and show off his legitimate, and they've got the Brazilian guy that's from NXT.
Yeah, I thought Rura.
So I think it's just a way, he's sick. Because he does like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he does
Capoeira.
He does all the different types of martial arts, he does it, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a way for people to just be able to go down there and just showcase those legitimate skills.
They should put who in there?
They should put Corbin in there.
Yeah, where is Corbin? He hasn't been on our screen for a while though. Is he injured?
He's on SmackDown. I saw he's on SmackDown.
You're on SmackDown.
On SmackDown. Oh, fact. Yeah, how can I forget? Yeah. I can't like I said, I have not been watching SmackDown religiously, but
people have been.
Yeah, Raw is my go-to now. Raw is my go-to. But yeah, that's I definitely forget that. I get forget that though. But like, that's a great point. Like I can't like when I watched. The reason why I did feel like it was something for Hurt Business because of how they entered the.
It makes sense.
Because when they said that, when they said, "Oh, well, guys, we're the new CEOs of Raw Underground," I thought that was their thing and done. Next week, we won't even hear of it. If we hear of it, it's gonna be them. That's solely them. But this week, they weren't even there. They were like obviously still trying to get. Are they trying to persuade Apollo Crews to join Apollo? Yeah, I'm trying to say to join Hurt Business, right?
Business.
So yeah,
I think they was. Yeah. Now they just want to beat him up.
They want to beat him up. They want to kill. Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. So yeah, man. That's the reason why I thought that. And yes,
no, to be fair, it makes sense. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think they'd go through that effort to have all these local talent and all these NXT guys come to do that just for one night, especially when it's like, you know, there's going to be main roster people that could potentially benefit from being on Raw Underground, and who knows what they potentially do with it. So I don't know. Like it's like the first week, because I didn't really watch Raw this week. I just saw like the highlights for Raw Underground. So I just saw like GIFs and I saw videos that people tweeted.
Hi, this is the Superior Cypriot Theodoros, and you are listening to the WRESTHINGS podcast.
It seemed a bit lackluster compared to like the first week. You're always going to expect that. But it's still an early days.
I thought it was alright after when I watched. I thought it was alright. I enjoyed the Shayna Baszler bit. Like it was believable. But my only thing with this is that one thing I realized about Raw Underground, like there's too many cuts, fam. Have you not got that? So Shayna Baszler's punching someone and it cuts camera, punching another person, cuts camera, cut. I was like, bro, let us see what is happening in the ring.
But that's a WWE production issue in general. That they cut a lot anyway, and it's their attempt to make things more cinematic and more, you know, because like I said, you know, it's World Wrestling Entertainment, it's the entertainment factor stuff, you know. But you know, Fast and Furious settings. But it's just
and as time was going on, go on, bro, go on.
You know what they need in Raw Underground? I want to see someone do their finisher there, like KO. Because you see in Mortal Kombat where you're fighting and then you KO the person with like a special finisher. They need that in Raw Underground.
I mean, Shayna Baszler technically used her finisher.
Yeah, she's a finisher. Yeah, the sleeper hold, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, in general, I feel like throughout this whole lockdown, it's actually made me realize that WWE actually is first and foremost a TV show.
It's a TV show. Wrestling's not on the forefront.
Facts. Even from when it's I didn't deep that.
It's like it's proper overproduced.
Yeah,
but
proper
that's how
overproduced.
it is. It's like pantomime.
Yeah.
No,
but I didn't deep that. Even when we watch it live, I still saw it as wrestling. But when there's no crowd there, it's a reality TV show at the end of the day.
When I watched it live, I realized, okay, this is more like a. Because they kept on changing the ring for different things. I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that ring chain, the ring chain thing. Yeah, you don't really see that. Yeah,
this is more like a pantomime kind of. Okay, I see what it's like now.
It's the attempt to pull out like the wider audience, especially for kids. Kids respond a lot to that types of, because even if you look at the wrestling style in the ring, right, a lot of their stuff is very much like Black said pantomime, where. Like, when the setup from a move's coming, because the wrestlers will have, like, I don't know, they'll do, like, for example, when Roman's about to do a spear, because you go, like, ooh. It's kind of like a cool, it's kind of like a call and response type thing, where you see that a lot in pantomime. And, it's just an entertainment product, far more than actual wrestling products. So.
Yeah. That's not to say that other companies don't do that, but obviously,
no, of course.
It's not for kids, but it's a family show at the end of the day. So
I understand when you're on big networks like Big Fox and all these like big time, television shows, you're gonna have to kind of have a different kind of contrast. You can't
not necessarily,
Yeah, I feel like more time like with a lot of these shows, like for example with Fox, I feel like Fox are now like dishing out orders for WWE to do stuff, innit? So I feel like more time WWE are trying to compromise with both fans as well as their investors, innit? The investors or the distributors, whatever you want.
Network.
So they're
I'm
trying done, bro.
No, do I somewhat disagree with that? Because essentially, WWE's primary competition right now isn't like AEW, it's like UFC at this point, right? And in a sense, if you want to make for more...
You think it's UFC?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, WWE's competing with UFC.
UFC, 100%. NBA, like you have to deep it.
Okay.
In terms of like network ratings, they're not. They're like, then like WWE aren't really competing with like other wrestling shows.
No, they're not.
So big primetime shows. So people like the NBA, UFC, NFL. These are people that WWE tend to be on the clinch with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even with like recently, in America, they had to change some of the shows from Wednesday to now viewing it on Saturday due to the NBA. AEW. So
what I said, what I'm going to by bringing that up is in a sense that you say that if to get on these big networks, you have to produce a lot of family-friendly content. But if you look at again the UFC, all of their biggest stars are essentially quite vulgar people, and even if you look at the height of where the height of popularity of the product like WWE was the Attitude Era. And we know from the Attitude Era that the product was very different to what it is now. So even the thing that put WWE on the map wasn't necessarily PG friendly. So WWE being PG friendly isn't a result of the networks, it's a result of them. That's just what they wanted to do. Vince went PG in 2008, not because people told him to, because, well, one, to help his wife's campaign, but two, because he wanted to. So we can't really say the networks are making the product PG. It's them.
No, I mean, I won't say. Okay, when I said that, I mean it's not necessarily like the network making it PG. I think it's more like, okay, Fox. You go on Fox, you see the stuff they show on Fox. So obviously WWE are not going to show. Okay, for example, New Jack getting sliced in the head as a remembrance thing. Do you know what I mean? Because Fox.
To even cut you off, you should rephrase to PG. WWE are just more of a show. Doesn't mean they don't swear. Doesn't mean
that's where they had girl.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
But the product is very much so still geared towards families rather than what it was before.
When it's live, I feel that. I feel the whole family vibe and the whole thing, yeah. Like when when you go to a live show, I feel that whole kiddie and family vibe. But when you're watching it on TV, it doesn't feel like it's a kiddie family thing. Even look at the time that they show it. I'm just saying, what kid in UK is staying up at 1 a.m. to watch? Do you get what I mean? Anymore. Like no kid, like do you get what I mean? No,
but then it's American time, innit? So
they're thinking more so
Okay, cool. So then, all right. If you want to look at WWE's competition, you've got what, NBA and UFC. Yeah, their fan base is probably our age, innit? Teenagers to probably our age, right?
Yeah.
how could we now? It's a weird one because WWE have the kind of like fan base from children all the way to like granddads and
uncles and all that, grandmas and that, yeah.
True.
So I feel,
but okay.
but
the thing is, look at the fan base who's gonna like the actual consumers of the product are that 18 and upwards demographic, because the kids are only there because their parents are bringing them there. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
The kids are only there because their parents are bringing them there. So the demographic that they need to target is really 18 plus. In the sense that I'm not saying they need to make 18 rated content, but I'm saying that the demographic that's always gonna put money into their pockets is that older demographic, period. Because without the parents, they don't get the keys at the shop.
I agree with that one still, because WWE nowadays is seen as kind of corny, Like back in the day, back in the day, if you're to say you watch wrestling, you'll be like, oh yeah, you watch wrestling. You're bound to meet someone that watches wrestling, innit?
It depends.
No. I'll tell you the reason why that's only happened. That's only happened because everyone's realised that wrestling is pre-scripted. That's all.
But even back in the day, though, back in the day, even when I used to say I did watch wrestling, hell of people used to say it was fake. Like people that are older than me would say it was fake. So I feel like that stigma's always been there.
Everybody knows that wrestling's a work.
Yeah, I don't think the whole wrestling is fake has been an issue for it to not be as popular, because let's say, for example, let's say 97 is when Vince kind of said, this is entertainment at the end of the day. This is sports entertainment. Wrestling was at the height of its popularity, maybe like 98, 99. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it being a work has anything to do with its decline. I'd say the stars left. So let's say by like 2000, 2001, I feel like that's when wrestling was on a proper decline.
Yeah. Because a lot of the big stars left, innit?
Yeah.
And then
Austin, Rock. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's like WWE is not a part of popular culture anymore.
No, it's not.
No, it still is. In a sense, it still is.
Definitely.
Let me tell
you why it still is. Because when WrestleMania comes on, everyone is watching it, fam.
That's due to the nostalgia. That's nostalgia. Nostalgia is keeping it alive. It's not like it's good. It's not like it's not like the product. What's happening outside of WrestleMania is what's bringing popularity to the sport. It's what WrestleMania means to people. Obviously, people have grown up watching wrestling, so obviously they know about WrestleMania.
Exactly.
If you think about it now, nobody there's pay-per-views like Great Balls of Fire and flipping Payback. Nobody knows what these
but no one's
not gonna know that. You know what I'm saying? WrestleMania, there's a nostalgic element to it where it's like, oh yeah, WrestleMania. I used to watch that when I was younger, and it's a constant thing. I know something like this is where the chapters closes for everything. Like this is where
this is the whole reason why WrestleMania is so special, and that's why it's existed for so long, because it started when our grandparents were, well, not my granddad's kind of old, but it started, when certain people's grandparents were about. You see where I'm coming from? So because of that now, it's created that nostalgia, but then at the same time, it always gives you that feeling to say, yeah, let me watch wrestling this one time. Okay. And that brings that popularity, because my young cousin could be there, I'm watching wrestling, you might be like, hey, what's that? I'll be like, this is these lot, back in my day, wherever it starts to the base. Before you know it, you've got another fan.
No, cool. You've got another fan for that night, but then what happens when they tune into the Raw next week? Because we know, for example, that Raw's viewers are declining at an alarming rate.
Can I say one thing?
No, and go on.
Not everything you watch here is gonna be 100% anything in life. So for WWE, they've had their stages. But I feel like they're coming back up, to be honest with you.
You've been saying this for the whole year. I'm tired of this.
You've
been saying this since the podcast started.
No.
And it's true. They are, though.
It's not. It's not.
Ratings
are going down.
Okay, cool. Let me say something.
And the thing is, you see me, you see when it comes to like ratings, fam, I feel like I'm the only podcaster that does not care about ratings. Like, nobody should chat to me about ratings. I don't care, because, fam, ratings means nothing to me, because at the end of the day, I'm not a TV network. I don't care whether Raw's declining or whether Smackdown's declining or AEW's declining or increasing. It's what the content is providing me that is important. So if the matches, the wrestling, the storytelling isn't great, That's the most important thing to me. The ratings, fam, Raw could have the highest ratings ever. They can beat NBA, they can beat UFC, they can beat Modern Family, they can beat all of these different shows. But if the content is crap, what does the ratings have? The ratings don't tell me.
That's what you.
The reason why
that's for me personally.
People disagree.
No, and that's their business. For me, don't talk to me about ratings. I don't care.
No, the reason
if the product is crap,
ratings,
if the product is crap, then
you have to look at ratings. I told you, the audience is from a generational point. I told you my little cousin could be feeling it, fam. Doesn't matter about what we think, because we've watched it long enough, so we understand how the product is. My younger cousin doesn't know how the product was 10 years ago. So how the reason now he's saying, "Oh my God, who is the hell is this Andrade guy doing some neck shoulder thing and knocking man out? Who is
the reason
jabbing freaking Dolph Ziggler like a bully?" You know where I'm coming from? All this.
Wait. The reason why I'm bringing up the ratings, I don't care about ratings per, but the reason I'm being because the conversation is about popularity, and a good way of measuring popularity is through the ratings of a television show. So the reason why I say the ratings are decreasing because I believe the product is trash and it's been trash for a very long time, but that's neither here or there. The reason why I bring up the ratings, right, is because it means that if people aren't tuning into your show, it just means that your show isn't producing like the content that they want. If the ratings went from literally, if you forget actually the ratings, start the ratings from 2010 to now, there's been a serious decline. And what has followed the serious decline of the ratings has been fans complaining about the product for a long time, which means that the product from a quality perspective isn't good, and the product from a financial perspective isn't that
from
good
a certain generation of fans. What I'm talking about.
But the certain
which generation?
I'll give you 2 prime examples, of
which
TV
generation?
EastEnders, and Doctor Who, At a certain point, when we were at a young age, we were banging out EastEnders and banging out Doctor Who. These days, we're not doing that. It's from a certain generation. We can't stand WWE like it is now. We can't.
So, what I'm
trying to tell you is, my little cousin can, because he thinks stuff is still active. Do you see where I'm coming from? They're not looking at it in the demographic way how we're looking at it. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mandem here.
So you're trying to say that
the ratings is from a generational point. EastEnders and Doctor Who still have ratings now because the little kids are watching it now. Oh, you see when Phil banged him in the face? I don't know what Phil's doing. I don't know what the Doctor's doing. But my little cousin does.
You see your little cousin, who's going to take him to a show? He's going to go by himself, or are you going to take him? Or
someone of course.
That's what I'm saying, and this is why the older demographic matters, because these kids can watch the product from home, but who's paying the Skyball to boot? Who's turning on the channel first and foremost?
Are you telling me you will make cut off WWE? For your little
wait. That's not what I'm saying.
Evil boy.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that cool. The kids can have an interest in the product, but the investment into the product, which allows the product to go, comes from our generation. So, in order for the product to expand to a high level again, it needs adult consumers. That's its business in general. A kid can say, I like a toy, but if the parent doesn't buy the toy, it's useless.
Yeah, but the kid persuades the parent to buy the toy. Or was the parent's a bad parent, isn't he?
No, not really.
No, not really.
If you don't need it, why do you have it?
Okay, so what? My dad's buying me Xbox, Does my dad play Xbox? No, because I want to get Xbox.
Yeah, and so your dad's a good dad, but it doesn't mean he's a bad dad for not getting it to you.
Because he doesn't like it. That's his opinion. So his opinion is more stronger than mine. Unless I'm failing my GCSEs, why are you doing it for?
Wait, Sam, that's bad, you know.
No, it's not bad, though.
No. Deep what you're saying. He said if the parent doesn't buy the toy, he's a bad.
It's not bad. If your dad doesn't buy you Xbox, it doesn't make you a bad parent.
No, of course not. Listen to me.
I'm not saying it to you.
I'll make the scenario even better so everyone can understand.
I'm trying to deep the situation. So, a guy's in the shop, the child's in the shop. Is that dad, can I get stuff on his way? Oh, come on, move. The guy goes,
how many times were we in cars when we were younger? And we're driving, and we drive past McDonald's. Mama, I want McDonald's. And there's rats at home.
No.
Oh, you're bad, Karen.
Exactly.
You're bad.
You
Karen.
don't understand what I'm trying to say. You lot are trying to use this in everyday scenarios.
Fam, I am sweating, fam.
It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Funny.
You get me? Obviously, my dad told me no at certain stages, but then in the end, you'll get it, innit? You'll get it.
Of course. You have to work. You have to work for it.
In the end, they will get it. You'll get that extra figure.
Yo, it's Anafi here, and you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast by the Mandem for the Mandem. Blah, 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 blah.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
So you're saying that WWE will eventually get there again?
Of course, sir.
Okay, tell me when.
We won't like it.
Tell me when.
We won't like it.
No, but Shadke, here's my comparison now. The reason why you're saying we won't like it, the thing is, for us and us that watch wrestling, we don't look. So even the comparison with like Doctor Who and EastEnders, we don't look at wrestling as a TV show. We watch it from a sports, like from
That's
a sports
my thing.
aspect.
That's
You know
my
what I'm saying?
thing.
So-
No, that's my thing. That's
You know
my
what I'm saying?
thing.
We don't look at it as fun. That's why I get the whole
yeah.
Doctor Who comparison. And I get the whole EastEnders. Like I get it. But at the end of the day, we don't look at this as like a TV show. We're not tuning in every week like, oh, there's a cliffhanger from last week. We're looking at it from strictly like we look at it as like the same way we might watch basketball, same way we might watch football. We don't analyze characters like Phil and Grant the way we analyze people like Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler. Like we look at it from a sports point of view. You know what I'm saying? So that's why more time than none. Even when it comes to ratings, that's why I don't really care because for me it's like I'm looking at the sports aspect of it and the storylines that's going along with it. You know what I'm saying? Will they get there again? God knows. I don't know. Sam obviously has faith. This guy is the WWE.
Do you know what's mad?
What more thing I want to say before, yeah? WWE's a wrestling company's job, yeah, is to produce stars. Yes? Is to produce stars, yes, cool.
Yeah.
From the beginning of WWE to a certain point in time, they've produced, every generation has produced stars. Cool. Name a star that's come, a genuine star that's come from, let's say, this 10-year period.
CM Punk.
One. Cool.
A star has come from a 10-year period.
Okay. You see with this question, maybe I'm not overanalyzing. But are you talking that's been made by WWE or
that's been made by WWE? Made by
Ambrose Reigns?
Yeah, Roman
Reigns, yeah.
Roman Reigns, yeah.
And what are you expecting more?
Yeah.
McIntyre.
Okay, when we're talking stars, let's be honest. A star.
McIntyre.
Yes, it's the star. Of course, in my eyes, you know what a star is? A star is someone that's broken into Hollywood as well, acted in films, basically doing more than wrestling. Do you get what I mean?
That's a superstar.
That's superstar. Are we going to?
For me,
okay, cool. Because if that's the case, then hella people are stars. Then
I feel like there's more female stars than there are male stars.
Yeah.
I feel like the women. I feel like people like Bayley, Sasha, Alexa Bliss. Yeah. They're more stars than a lot of the men.
Is that because of the reality TV show?
I feel like, and fam, you see the women, they have stands. The women, like, when it comes to the women, like, fam, even Alex said it last time, like, fam, when it comes to the women's wrestling and the fans there, bro, you cannot talk to them.
Yeah, like Nikki's fan base is ridiculous. That's probably the biggest fan base out of all of them.
Yeah.
Are you crazy? She's retired, like, fan base.
Okay.
Is ridiculous.
I asked the who's the you said Roman, a star that WWE have built.
Yeah, Roman.
Through the confines of what they do in the I said I acknowledge Roman. Through what they do in on WWE television. Monday Night Raw, Smackdownt. Now, what stars have WWE created aside from Roman?
Drew McIntyre.
No, but
you think he's a star?
Sasha Banks.
Is Drew McIntyre a star now?
Charlotte.
I don't think he's a star.
I think he's a
star.
Charlotte's a star.
Sasha's a star.
Corbin.
Bayley.
Man said Corbin.
Becky.
Hated men.
Wait.
Hey, wait.
One of them is hated men in the industry right now. You hate the guy's guts. Everyone hates him.
Can I ask you a question? How are you man judging this stardom thing? Because I'm confused right now. Like
how I judge a star, is if you are rated or you are hated by the crowd, yeah.
So you're talking about a star.
You have a presence which not a lot of people have.
You're talking about star within the wrestling industry, right?
I'm talking about a star.
As in everyone knows this guy.
A star. That's what a star is.
Yeah, that's what I say. So
somebody who transcends the medium that they're in and brings more viewers and attracts global attention. For example,
prime example, yeah. Like my older brother, he doesn't watch wrestling anymore. But if I go to my brother and say, "Yo, Roman Reigns," he'll be like, "Oh yeah, Rock's cousin." If I go to my brother and say, "Oh, Baron Corbin," he'll be like, "Who the hell's that?"
Who the hell is that?
So if we're talking about stars, we need to,
Baron Corbin's not a star.
That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough.
Ric Flair's a star.
But he's
a mega star, sorry.
Yeah, he's a superstar.
So you mean someone that's known in popular culture?
Fam, somebody who's able to essentially transcend what wrestling is. Fam, do you know how many? Fam, you lot do the wrestling and bars thing. That's somebody who can be mentioned in multiple lyrics is a star.
That's a superstar.
That's a superstar. So like, well, I feel like we're kind of like confusing ourselves here because
even outside the WWE, yeah, Kenny Omega's a star. I'm telling you,
he is a star.
Not many men are going to talk about them in bars. Not many men are going to use them in bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Kenny Omega's a star. Okada's a star. I've probably heard his name in one bar. That's
true. Very fact. True.
You know
Randy Orton's another star.
Yeah.
No, Randy was a superstar.
Randy was a superstar.
Superstar. Okay, cool.
RKO out of nowhere was a global.
Isn't it supposed to be within the last 10 years though?
Yeah.
Orton came way before.
No, we're just talking in general.
So
we're talking in general.
Okay, let's include Cena then. The last 10 years. What are you talking about? Man became
but Cena became a star time ago.
Randy Orton was already established before the decade even started.
Yeah, John Cena was already on his way
before the decade started.
So don't include Orton.
Yeah, the Orton's not there.
You don't include Orton. What I'm
CM Punk? Would you put CM Punk there?
But CM Punk wasn't built in WWE though.
He wasn't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know the confines then because
the confines are better.
Because the thing is, WWE was still around those times.
Because certain men weren't built in WWE, but WWE is what got them to be a star. So someone like Seth Rollins, he wasn't like Seth Rollins is a journeyman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But by the time we got to WWE, he's one of the top guys in the company. Dean Ambrose was one of the top guys in the company.
But CM Punk, for example, before Seth Rollins came into WWE, I hadn't heard of Tyler Black before. But everyone in the industry knew who Daniel Bryan was, knew who CM Punk was, knew who certain men were in the industry. You could say amongst wrestling fans, CM Punk, and most wrestling fans would be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that guy." Before he entered WWE, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
Tyler Black. I hadn't seen Tyler Black's name in a lot of conversations.
Kofi Kingston, star or not?
He's a star. He's a star.
He's a star.
Yeah, star.
Yeah. Okay. And do you know how Kofi Kingston's a star? It's because of that WWE. It's because of that wrestling game. No, that fighting game. What's it called again? Ultimate. What's it called? Ultimate Fire. What's the name of it?
Yeah.
The game on iPhone.
That game pissed me off, man.
I know.
That game pissed me off. Man.
There was a game. What's the name of the game? Huh?
Fuck that game, fam.
All Star.
All Stars.
Nah, it's called KOF. King of Fire All Star. Kofi Kingston's an unlockable character.
Do you know how Kofi Kingston's a star?
Bray Wyatt is a star.
But not everyone. Actually, okay, cool. Can I put this?
A lot of men in the end were telling me, who the hell's this Fiend guy? I've been seeing this Fiend guy about. I'm like, what do you mean? Like the Fiend, like Bray, apparently he's got Bray Wyatt. I'm like, swear, like.
Well, yeah,
okay, cool. If I ask my missus, yeah, I went to my missus, yeah, and I went, oh, do you know the Fiend or Bray Wyatt? I guarantee she'll say no. She says she doesn't know him. If I say Kofi Kingston, she'll be like, oh yeah, the Ghana guy.
Yeah, no. Bear man know Kofi Kingston because of the Jamaican gimmick he had.
Yeah.
Bear man know him because of the Jamaican gimmick he had. What? On Jamaican Independence Day, do you know how many Kofi Kingston memes I saw?
Yeah, memes, yeah, they were flying, boy. They
were flying.
So he's popular culture.
That's I don't know. Personally, the reason why I asked the star question, I believe personally, this is just me, a lot of I believe that WWE haven't, through booking, that they've got a lot of man with star potential, but the bookings let them down and haven't created as many stars as they should have, in my opinion. Because in terms of the wrestlers that have come in this decade, a lot of talented men are in the division. On women's, men's, tag team, there's a lot of talented men that haven't reached that level. And you can't keep blaming the talent because it's what the talent are being given. The reason Roman is a sick wrestler, but when you have him cutting promos like suffering succotash, how's man gonna be liked by the fans? You get me? Mm-hmm. So it's like,
and this is what we're talking about, the whole Naomi situation. It's basically that. It's the higher ups, the way the higher ups are placing her.
These men have the minerals. These men have talent. because you even see it happening in the same company. How can you see man like, let's say Finn Balor and NXT doing bits, then on the main roster you treat him like a mediocre talent? You literally see it within the same company. Look how man in NXT are treated, and then when they go to the roster, they're treated a different way. And you can't say, you can't say, these man ain't stars, because clearly Triple H, the guy who's meant to take over the company, is better at booking these man than the guys on the main roster. So you can't say, they were big in the little league. Triple H knows what it's like to be in a big league. So, and he sees the talent in this. Why can't the guys on the main roster do the same thing? That's what I'm saying.
I don't get the hate for the little league as well, because it's like a lot of these men that come
Mr.
from
Independence. Mr. Independence.
No, but fam, you gotta deep it. It's like these men that have come from the little leagues, fam. Like these men are the men that are well known. Like these men that are gaining notoriety online. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is the brilliance of the internet. Like the internet has allowed people to be able to like look for whatever type of wrestler they want to find. It's allowed these wrestlers to be able to travel the world, wrestle these different types of people, and gain notoriety. Like a lot of fam, like especially now. It seems like social media is kind of like building up a lot more of these stars. Like, look, for example, this Warhorse guy. I didn't know much about him. I'd seen one or two of his matches, and he got himself on AEW Dynamite against Cody just off notoriety online. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can see, like, it's not like WWE aren't aware of like who's been made aware of online. Like WWE know who's popular and who's not, but at the same time, like, they just don't want to play on it. Like, for example, that Warhorse guy, not to be rude or anything, like, when he did have the match with Cody...
It was meaty.
Fam, there was nothing special about it.
It was meaty.
It was not like, fam, I went to watch it, I was thinking, fam, is this you, man? Is this you, man's?
Is this your kid?
Is this you, man? Is this your, you know what I'm saying? But,
man's this?
Fam, I can't knock the hustle, because what has he done? He's grinded, and, fam, he's got mad support, you know what I'm saying? The whole independent, all of his fans came together, and they made this happen, so... Fam, what's to stop that from, like, with the whole Naomi situation?
Yeah.
Naomi was trending #1 in the country.
100%.
She was trending #1 in the country. So you're telling 100%. Me that we can't even give her a little feud here and there, or give her a few title runs here and there, but then we have to watch it, but then we have to now watch another company do it, and then it makes no sense.
You get me? Like it takes and it. Also, a lot of the time, what I don't like, it takes these man leaving WWE, performing elsewhere for WWE to finally see that, these man are actually sick. Like,
and I hate that, but I love it.
And I hate that.
Give me more of that shit.
No.
Do you know what it's like here? It's like back in the day, you play Football Manager. I don't know if anyone plays Football Manager here, yeah? And after you've got like, you're too greedy, or Real Madrid or something, or you're Chelsea, you buy a hella man. You buy Fernando Torres, you buy Lukaku when he was young. You buy Balotelli, you buy bare strikers. Then when it's time, you get rid of them, because obviously they're the best in the world right now. And you get rid of them, and then you play against one of your rival teams in Champions League, and they bang a hattie against you. That's what it's like, fam. You get what I mean? And you're saying you got to restart the game again, fam, because of pride. You got to
and then look at this, yeah. Look what happened here when AEW was announced, yeah. Look how many AEW was announced, yeah. This is how you know WWE has just been hoarding talent for time. They started giving Mandem bare contract extensions. We're gonna give you lot bread. We're gonna increase your contract. You're making 300K. We're gonna make you. We're gonna give you a much bigger contract, because these men want to hoard talent. Because these men knew once another promotion came
with money,
their talent were gonna leave, because their talent weren't happy. Fam, we keep getting the same. It's not a coincidence here.
Well, cool. Quick question: what do you expect WWE to do? Do you want WWE to be like, I don't care? Do you want it to be like they don't care?
What?
What do you mean?
As in you said, obviously, when they found out that another big company like AEW was there, they started dishing out contract extension and stuff like that. Would you want WWE to just say, do you know what, you man can bounce? Or would you have WWE? I'm just asking, yes, is that, am I making sense? Do you get what I'm saying?
No, you're making sense here. You're making sense here. The thing is that you're giving a contract extension to someone you didn't see as valuable in the first place. So it's like you man didn't put. It's not like you're giving a contract extension to someone like Roman, who you've built your company over and you want to protect him. That's fine. But you're giving contract extensions to man that haven't been on TV in about a year, fam. Like let my man go. You're not using him anyway. You're just being selfish. You're not using them. You're giving contracts.
I'm just playing devil's advocate, by the way.
Yeah, like you're not using these man.
You know what? Man City's got 2 teams. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's no point as well. Yeah,
that's fam. But the thing is, the thing is, this is the thing is, these are wrestlers that want to be showcased. And with football, cool. But with WWE, the thing about football is very much for
football's calm because like a certain man can stay on the bench for God knows, like maybe 2 years, get 5 appearances, and they're calm. Do you get what I mean? Not calm, but they're like, oh, it is what it is. We won the league, whatever. Cool, calm. But for wrestling, it's hard because like
it's an individual sport.
It's an individual sport. Every opportunity counts.
Yeah.
Even, like, I mean, even if you bleed in the ring or you get pinned by Hornswoggle, that can be. Do you know what I mean? That could be something that can take him to the next level. So it's a different sort of sport. But yeah.
And the thing is, sport is is it right? WWE is literally people writing your stuff. It is predetermined. Yeah. That means people are in direct control of you. Are in direct control of what you do. If you do something on Monday Night Raw, it's because someone allowed you to do it. If you have a great match, it's because someone's giving you the opportunity to. Football is based on stats. If you had a good game, if you've had 5 good games on a row as sub, you're gonna play. But
it depends. Okay, look, speaking on that, the whole not say the merit thing, but for example, if someone has a banging match.
What's going on, people? It's your boy, Big Wavy Roy Johnson, and you're listening to WRESTHINGS.
Let's say Ricochet has a sick match. Sometimes WWE will say, cool, Ricochet, let's get you into next week and we push against another star. Do you know what I mean? So that can happen.
Sometimes, but it depends.
Rarely.
But it depends on how.
Rarely.
Yeah, go on.
Because we have to remember we have these other shows like Main Event, and we have these shows like Main Event where these men will constantly go and have these same matches all the time. So it's not like, for example, Ricochet and Cedric Alexander have had plenty of matches on Main Event. These men are pouring their heart out in these matches. It's not like they're going there and being lazy. So but there can be months where these men are just going ham, and nothing is being shown for it. But then when they now go on Raw, granted, it might still be an opportunity. But fam, you're signed to this show, so it's not like you're on Evolve or flipping PWG. You've just come from there to just to job out. Like you're signed to Raw, so evidently you're meant to at some point have matches on Raw. But then when you're having matches on Raw, you're given like 2-3 minutes and then you're dropped out, and it makes no sense to me because it's like, one, they know how good you are. Obviously, people like Ricochet, they've got other stuff they need to work on, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what's hindering him. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't, for me, I don't believe in the whole merit thing. Because there's tons of people that have been having match of the year. Like people have been able to look at Buddy Murphy, for example. Yeah. At one point, was it like 2 years ago? Buddy Murphy had one of the best matches. By the way, you got me. Don't make me sound like Booker T. For what the fuck? I'm not trying to tell out Booker T. But I hope you don't get where I'm coming from with it. Do you get what I mean? No, I get what you're saying. I'm not trying to tell out Booker T. I don't care about this. But the whole merit thing, like, especially when it's like, if you have a few good matches, it's like, no, because it's like, fam, Booker T. I mean, Buddy Murphy. Ali had this match on 205 Live. Granted, nothing really came of them till later. Like Ali got a push, but Buddy Murphy got drafted to SmackDown, and he didn't have a match till he didn't have a match till what's it called? He got into a rivalry with not even Aleister Black, with what's his name? Roman Reigns and flipping Daniel Bryan. Yeah. And then even then, he didn't really have that many matches again until he went back to Raw. So I don't know, man. It's different. It's weird. It's weird, man. It's a thing like you. If Vince likes you, then you're gonna get it. But, like Vince has to be in a good mood. Like, your match has to be serious. Because these men having serious matches, but what do I know?
I feel like it more comes down to how management see you. Because remember, when Paul Heyman took over, he said he liked Cedric Alexander, he liked Apollo Crews, he liked Ricochet. Because he likes them, he started pushing them, and you started to see it. But the moment he lost power, they weren't getting pushed anymore. So I kind of feel like it comes down to who likes you backstage and who doesn't. Not saying they don't politics. It's backstage politics. That's literally it.
Yeah. agree, fam.
Unfortunately.
Hey, you see, what's it, Seth and Buddy Murphy
Dominik.
dishing out the Kaboko and Dominik.
They licked him down.
Yo, fam.
You licked someone down. You licked someone down.
I can't lie. Hey, there's that term in wrestling, receipts. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, WWE. Dominik was like, you know, you man can do your receipts thing on me, fam, because the way they were hitting him and the beatings that he got. Cause I think 2 weeks ago, was it 2 weeks ago or last week? I think he hit Seth with the thing as well. And Seth had mad scars. Yeah. I think Seth was like, you know, I gotta get you back. This is revenge. You think you can come and hit me like that and walk away, fam? Take it, bro. They were waffling.
I'm like evil, fam.
It was crazy.
Like Murphy was doing soft shots and he said, "Fuck this, man."
Yeah. And we were throwing at the back here, and they'll hit him at the same time. Bat, tap, pat, tap. That's torture, fam. I can't lie. Like stuff like that.
That wasn't wrestling anymore. They were doing that on purpose.
Yeah,
they wanted to hurt him.
Yeah.
See Rey Mysterio saying, "Now you've took it too far. I'm gonna fuck you up."
What he said? What?
On Instagram.
He said it on Instagram. Yeah, these guys are funny, fam. Hey, I thought that spot was good. I really enjoyed that spot. I don't know about you, man. You might enjoy it?
Yeah, it was good still. I thought
it was good.
I'll go on question.
Yeah, go on.
For that match, Rollins versus Dominik, what's your predictions for that one?
This is what I was going to get into, because obviously previously in the week, I had a chat with you and Delbo, and was like, we feel like, I said personally, I want to put a bet on it. I don't know how much money I want to put in it, but I'm just going to say it like this. I believe, that during the SummerSlam match, Dominik is going to have reinforcements. Not reinforcements, not reinforcements, I mean enforcements. So like like one of these, what's that guy called again? Humberto Carrillo is going to come in and help midway or end of the match, and Dominik's going to win. Cool. And also for the same way for the NXT match with Adam Cole and Pat McAfee.
But McAfee doesn't make sense, bro.
I know it doesn't make sense.
The thing is, fam, you see with the Pat McAfee one, I feel like you're not cutting him any bell.
I'm not trying to mock my man.
You're looking from a weird lens. Because, bro, if we deep it, fam, your favourite match was flipping. What was your favourite match last year? It was Tyson Fury versus Braun Strowman.
I don't buzz me, man. I don't do that.
His favourite match was that.
That was Lair's favourite match, fam.
I don't want to be Paul War on you, fam.
Wow. Go to the canteen, blood.
Okay, if you're asking me this year, did he have anyone interfere in that match?
You're trying to send me to the canteen. Don't do this to me, please. I'm not going to the canteen for the rest of the year. Please don't do this. I'm not trying to do this. No, I can't lie. The match was dead, man. I only said this. My thing was this. I only said there that I feel like obviously we have to cut man some slack.
You said he's not going to wrestle. You said he's not going to fight.
For him to get in the ring.
He's not going to wrestle. No,
but deep it. But I only said that. I only said that before the video came out.
And the things he's wrestled before, and
he wrestled where?
He wrestled in IWA.
Okay. I didn't know that.
You have to also remember, he's an American football player.
Yeah,
he's not like Tyson Fury where he's had to prepare himself for bumps. Like as much as he was a punter, fam, look at the shape he's in. And majority of football players that have come into wrestling, they've done quite well. So you look at the Goldbergs, you look at the Roman Reigns, you look at the Baron Corbins, you look at the Bam Bam Bigelows, you look at who else is there? Fam, Teleman that have come from the NFL, or they've come from a football background. You know what I'm saying? So even Lesnar attempted football at one point. You know what I'm saying? So to discredit him, which you did, say that he's not going to wrestle. He's going to get someone else to fight for him.
Okay, cool. Obviously,
that's not going to happen. But in terms of there being reinforcements, I don't think there will be. But looking at it now, it would make sense.
Cool.
If it does happen, I'm not gonna be shocked. But
because you know, I'm deep it though, isn't it? Like, do you really think that Pat McAfee is gonna beat Adam Cole alone with nothing? Just like,
but I don't expect him to win.
Oh, you don't expect him to win?
Of course not. That's where you're coming from.
Okay, cool. I'm coming from that.
I don't think he's gonna win, but I don't think it's gonna be a thing of like. You said Adam Cole's going to destroy him. I'm like, fam, of course not. He's bigger than Adam Cole. That's like David Goliath happened one time, you know?
Yeah, sure.
It happened one time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I don't think like to beat like of course Adam Cole's obviously a better wrestler.
Yeah.
But the build, if you've been watching the build properly, they've built this as like they've built it as like Adam Cole has angry man like short man
syndrome. Yeah.
So there could be a possibility if he does lose, it's on his own accord. But is he going to lose? I doubt it.
Yeah.
But then it's got a point. It's got to a point where I see loads of people criticizing it, like, wow, they do this, and it's like, if we're looking in a grand scheme of things, of like the way Adam Cole has been built in NXT, Adam Cole is the biggest star there.
Yeah.
He's done everything. There's not one thing Adam Cole hasn't done. So for him to go against a celebrity or a former football player, this is WWE. You know what I'm saying? We've had other celebs that have come in and they've done well. Look at Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell was probably at the time the best celeb to actually come in.
Yeah.
I'm going to discount Ronda Rousey because she actually signed with the company. But in terms of celebs that came in for one and done, Stephen Amell was the best. And I feel like Pat McAfee's going to beat that. I feel like Pat McAfee's going to beat that match.
You see with the Stephen Amell thing, yeah? He didn't come in like... Of course, Stephen Amell came and did his thing, but it was a tag team match. So at least he had that buffer of somebody like...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, good. Yeah.
He had that buffer of somebody, okay, cool. Stephen Amell can get his offense, but he's got an experienced guy behind him. From a story, I understand that WWE, and again, maybe I read too much into WWE storyline, but like Pat McAfee shouldn't be able to do much really for. We shouldn't because his experience is from what they presented. His experience of wrestling is limited. Adam Cole is billed as like probably the greatest NXT champion of all time from a storyline perspective. So it's kind of like cool. If he doesn't have reinforcements and is able to have a competitive situation with Pat McAfee, it makes it look like, this guy just came from nowhere and just beat one of our greatest talents. I mean, just had a back and forth one of our greatest talents when Adam Cole has beaten other guys more decisively. So, but
that's WWE's entertainment. Lloyd's favorite match was Tyson Fury versus Braun Strowman. That was a back and forth.
Listen. You see
that was a back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like with certain matches, it's not like, for example, if it was like Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. Now, of course, we know it's not real, but I'm not gonna look at that as more. I look at from a realistic perspective, like it's gonna be back and forth. When it comes to celeb matches, I don't have a realistic outlook on it. Because at the end of the day, you've got a celeb coming in. Actually, to be fair, Pat McAfee works for WWE. To an extent, like he works on their backstage stuff, so it's not like, it's for them. It's a win-win for both of them. You've got a celeb that's coming in. He's got a good show on YouTube that's doing pretty well. Like you're gonna obviously want him to have some offense, because at the end of the day, what's it gonna do? It's gonna trend. When NXT Takeover happens, it trends. And when that match happens, you're gonna see two names that are trending. You're gonna see Adam Cole and Pat McAfee. So for them, it's like if it's just a one and done where Adam Cole just gives him the last shot, fam, what was the point? You're obviously going to want this to be a back and forth. If people do end up coming in, fair play, because at the end of the day, I just don't think it was fair for Lloyd to write him off.
Okay, I know, I get that.
But yeah, I mean, Adam Cole, I don't expect Pat McAfee to win. Like that's, you know what I'm saying?
I get that. Obviously, I was like, I didn't do my
Adam Cole's the ace of NXT.
I didn't do my Google, I didn't do my proper thing, but now that you said that, I look forward to seeing.
No, you're being biased towards Tyson Fury.
Let me apologize to my man, innit?
Because you didn't have this energy with Tyson Fury.
Let me apologize to my man.
You said the match. Let me
apologize to my man. I've seen Tyson Fury fight, so I thought, cool. It's nice for him to see him in a different environment doing things, and I appreciate what he done in the ring.
He said the match was sick.
I just said the match was sick. Okay, on to the next one.
Fam, the proof is in the pudding.
Not gonna lie.
You're gone.
Anything's possible, you know, because listen, if Mayweather can beat Big Show, anything can happen.
Even that match alone.
Yeah, but okay, with that match, did you look at it with a realistic wrestling outlook?
No.
Did you look at it like, this is Big Show versus Bam Bam Bigelow, or this is Big Show versus Rey Mysterio, where you know, as much as there's a size difference, and but you know, they know of each other. You didn't look at it with the outlook. You just looked at it, this is celeb. He's coming to do WWE a favor. WWE are doing him a favor as well. That's literally it. For me, I look at these kind of matches as transactions.
Yeah, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Yeah, it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like I'm going to enjoy the match because I've liked the build of it. Because you saw the show when Adam Cole went on Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, and he was getting angry.
Yeah. We're like, is this a work? Is this real? Is this like, you know what I'm saying? So I mean,
the build's been happening for a while as well.
Exactly. I feel like the build has been sick. And the thing is, I didn't even really clock that it's been happening for a while. I didn't deep that Pat McAfee's been taking shots at Adam Cole for time. I didn't clock it.
They've been on, like, they've had bare interactions because Pat McAfee was on NXT Takeover pre-shows.
Yeah.
They were
Even
doing
that watch along
WWE.
thing that they do as well.
Yeah.
So when you actually see like the whole story of it, it's like, oh, this actually should be all right. Like I'm not expecting it to be flipping Shibata versus Marufuji or something.
What's Marufuji? Who the hell is that?
Fam, go do your Googles, fam.
Let me do my Googles.
Don't know about Marufuji.
I can't lie. Hey, next podcast episode, I'm gonna have to sit in the canteen for the whole episode because like, I feel like I need to do too much research from.
I'm not expecting this to be flipping Shingo Takagi versus.
Hey, get this New Japan shit out of here, man.
I'm expecting this to be Shingo versus Will Ospreay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting that, but I'm expecting it to be a decent match. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I always have to commend people that are athletic and they've got a love for the sport for them to come in and do all right. You get what I'm saying? I'm not expecting it to be mad. Like,
Okay, cool. In that case, this week, obviously, Jake Paul. This whole new YouTube culture of these influencers, like they like to dabble into different sports or dabble into different sort of avenues. For example, music, boxing, whatever you call it. So this week he tweeted, I would love to fight someone in the wrestling match. New Jack. This is what I'm saying. New Jack here, quote tweeted it and say, "I'll kill this motherfucker." Listen, when I saw that tweet, I was spinning because I read it in his voice. I'll kill that motherfucker. Fam, who would like to see New Jack fight Jake Paul, fam?
Nah,
I'm here for it.
That's an assault case, fam. That's a murder. That's attempted murder.
That's an M charge still.
That's an M case.
Is it Jake Paul? Was it, what's his brother's name? Logan? Was it Jake Paul or Logan Paul? Logan Paul.
Jake.
Was it Jake or Logan? I know it's the older one, so whoever the older one is.
Oh, Logan.
That's Logan. So it's Logan Paul.
Listen, if you don't want man to die, you just want to rough him up a bit. Again, Dolbo will get this one. Put him in a match with Suzuki or Shibata, will be fine.
Nah, even that match is dangerous. No one wants to see that. I can't lie, bro.
He'll be fine.
Wrestlers will intentionally want to damage this guy, fam.
Yeah.
Put him against Lesnar.
Nah, that's even worse.
Fair, bare people, like even like UFC fighters. Because the thing is, I don't know if the wrestling was talking. Because when I first saw, I was thinking maybe professional wrestling, but then I saw like loads of like UFC fighters were talking.
Oh, so he's wrestling.
So maybe I was thinking because I know he did collegiate wrestling at one point. So I'm guessing he was probably talking about that. But I don't know, who knows? But
yeah, put him against Lesnar. Lesnar's got a wrestling background.
That's a mad match.
Even Matt Riddle or
Matt Riddle be nice. Matt Riddle be nice. Matt Riddle be nice. I like that. I like to see that.
So what you're saying? Matt Riddle's calmer than Lesnar?
No, I mean as in like it's more. Let me not say anything, bro. Before I have to go back to the canteen. My taking is done. I can't even give a proper opinion anymore. Once I get sent to the canteen. What the fuck?
Matt Riddle will finish half of the Raw roster.
Yeah, of course, but I'm saying that match there, it's more because, bro, the rest of that you're naming hurt people, fam.
Yeah,
they look like they're okay. I want
to see New Jack.
You'd like to see that?
I want to see New Jack versus Logan Paul.
When that guy goes for the cheese grater, it's done.
Yeah, why not?
I can't lie. Logan Paul will break character and run out the ring. He went to the changing room. Say yo, fuck that, man.
Fuck that nigga.
Fuck that, man. Hey, fam. What else happened this week, fam?
Retribution, innit?
Oh yeah, let's talk about this Retribution stuff, man. This new faction, this new stable. Okay, cool. They done a bad boy thing. They smashed a few windows this time. How you man feeling about it, man?
Yo, it's Anafi here, and you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast by the Mandem for the Mandem. Blah blah blah.
I'm not with it, man.
You're not investing no more.
I don't think I ever.
I'm not invested in Retribution.
You see this? Can I say something? You see these fans, yeah? You see these fans, these wrestling fans. They always want to include CM Punk and everything, fam. What CM Punk said this time, yeah? I think he done a tweet. He said something like, Rey Mysterio should cut Seth Rollins' hair. And someone added him back, and he replied back saying something about, he said the sentence, and it had Retribution in it. After everyone was like, he must be one of the members from the Retribution. I'm like, fam, get a grip. It's every day.
You see wrestling fans, yeah? Oh, I'm not gonna lie. They are the worst.
They're in bondage with certain people. I can't lie.
They are the worst.
I said they're in bondage.
They're in bondage.
No, big man saying it's spiritual bondage, you know.
Like 100%.
Wallah to Allah, fam. These niggas are tapped. Wrestling fans are tapped.
I don't know what Babalawo came to them and cast the attachment with CM Punk, but the guy's gone, fam. The guy's gone.
How many times are you gonna say
CM Punk? Nearly 10 years, you know.
CM Punk. Even if there was a flipping storyline between Hornswoggle and who's in wrestling right now? That's in the canteen too often. I don't even know. Even if there's a thing that's on in the canteen right now, yeah, fam, they'll try to include. CM Punk was the reason why he's there. CM Punk is gonna come out some. Bro, relax, man. It's every day, bro.
So I've got a question for you, man. Yeah, what would Retribution have to do for you guys to be invested?
We don't know what their purpose is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we need to know what they're for. I feel like by now, they should have at least revealed some characters. It's 3 weeks, right? Is it 3 weeks or 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. By the third week, but if they don't reveal who's doing the shit, then I'm done, man. I can't be bothered.
It's not even that. It's because there's no purpose. Like it's like they're anti-WWE. Why don't you just go after the wrestlers? You're just here disrupting, breaking.
What will make me
just do simple vandalism.
What will make me invested here is if they.
I've done that in secondary school. What the heck?
Exactly.
Exactly.
What will make me invest is if they link the Retribution with the hacker. That's when I'm like, oh shit, this is a long-term booking. This is a long-term storyline. Do you know what I mean? That's when I'll be like, oh shit, okay, sick. I'd love to see what's happening there.
You think the hacker's still relevant? I think they dropped that storyline time ago.
They therefore dropped that.
They dropped that thing time ago.
To you or to us, it may look like they dropped it, but somehow they can just reveal the guy takes off his mask. Shit, I was the hacker all along. Done.
You have faith.
They paused.
I have mad faith. It's not even faith. Do you know? It's a dream. It's a dream. If I was a universe manager, innit? Do you get what I mean? Universe manager, fam. GM, fam. Sorry, what am I saying? Universe manager, GM. Sorry. There you go. What about you, though?
What do they have to do?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're about, fam. I don't know. I actually don't know. I couldn't tell you because I don't know what their mission statement is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Why are they called Retribution? Why do you think they would be called Retribution?
And that's the thing. Unless it's a thing of like a few wrestlers that were fired.
Ooh, maybe that's a good one.
Yeah, maybe it was a few wrestlers that was fired prior, and obviously WWE haven't announced that they've re-signed these people, and they're now saying, "Oh yeah, I want," because there was a lot of people and. You know, bare people haven't gone to other companies.
So what are you trying to say? You're trying to say that all the whole majority of some of the sacking things some of the things that happened in the past of the sacking was part of work.
No, I don't think it was part of work.
I mean, some of them.
Maybe they did fire them, but then maybe obviously now because fam, they announced WWE earnings like a few weeks ago. WWE made bread, fam. So they didn't even have to sack all these people. I think they're just doing it to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fam, they're a multi-billion company. Maybe they've now signed them back, and then they've now put them in this angle. And obviously, because WWE haven't announced it, nobody I haven't seen any report of who it could be, who it could potentially You know what I'm saying? Like the speculations are wild at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if it was to be anyone, it could potentially be a few people that were sacked, and then they just re-signed and put them back. Like other than that, I couldn't tell you what.
But even that,
I couldn't tell you what else.
Even if they brought back people that were sacked, would you even be invested in that?
I mean,
not really.
So it's not.
Most of them were just lower card.
Yeah, it's not going to do you any favors, is it? So
it depends, though. It depends what they actually do with them, because it could be a thing where it's like, obviously, when we see a lot of these wrestlers that are lower card and they're chasing for the 24/7 title, we look at them from like a certain lens where it's like, this guy's a waste, man. Like, is this all this guy's subjected to doing? But then, so for example, look at someone like EC3. EC3 joined the main roster and he was doing madness. He was just doing whatever. And we looked at him from a certain type of way. Obviously, he's left the company now. And from the promos that he's doing, with everything that he's doing now, majority of fans are now invested in him, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like it just depends on how you present yourself now. Like if they now present themselves in a way where it's like, they're really coming for retribution, and they're really looking to, like, you know what, this is me versus the company. Like, I've been treated like this for God knows how long. You don't know what's been happening during this time. I got sacked. I had family that I had to take care of. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't work. All I wanted to do is wrestle, and obviously now, because, you know, my 90 days is up, I've now decided to come back and destroy this company. I mean, from that angle, I'll probably be like, raw.
That'll be sick.
Only if it's No Way Jose, I will never be invested.
Oh, come on, man.
I was not invested in that guy. That guy.
You know,
do you remember that time?
I'll
send you a screenshot and I booked No Way Jose, to fight at WrestleMania, and he won the title. I'll say the picture.
Oh yeah.
He could be a star. Don't look at that guy sideways, fam.
I will never.
Don't sleep on No Way Jose, fam. Don't sleep on him.
Don't sleep on him.
Never.
No way.
I give him a chance, bro.
Unless he stops dancing and he's like, fam, I don't know. I don't know what I could do to be invested in. I don't know what he can do for me to be invested.
There's no way.
You see, with this Retribution storyline, the actual blueprint for it is Nexus. You remember when Nexus invaded WWE?
But when Nexus came through, they came through on a mad thing, fam. Like,
they weren't doing this.
They come from a bait. They're showing their face. You know what I mean? Like, they were doing a madness, and people knew briefly about them. You know what I mean? Because obviously they came from NXT and stuff. So,
and they had a clear target.
Yeah. John Cena, no?
Yeah, it was John Cena. The first time we hear the attack, John Cena. It was
John
a
Cena,
clear target.
Yeah, which was sick.
Like, all they're doing is vandalizing. They're cutting rings. They're smashing windows, and it's like,
trust me.
Okay, cool, but what is your end goal here? Like, why must we tune in every week to see what Retribution are gonna do next? We don't know. You get what I'm saying? So unless they tie a solid, I don't know. Maybe they could change our mind by the time they now come to reveal. But other than that, fam,
they have to reveal either Friday or Monday. Even Monday's a bit too long. By this Friday,
I feel like they have to reveal by. Realistically, they have to reveal by SummerSlam.
Nah, SummerSlam's next week, right? When's that?
2 weeks.
What it is?
That's too long, bro. I can't wait 2 weeks for this, man.
What it is?
You've waited longer.
Any kind of
huh?
You've waited longer for
what?
That's the few versus Braun Strowman.
Hey, listen. After this podcast, no more of that chat, please. I want to be sending man to the canteen, please. Don't do this to me, please. Hey, that's what you're saying.
I can't even remember what I was saying. Still,
sorry, bro. Sorry, man.
It's calm.
But yeah, Retribution. Hopefully by next week or the week after that, they can reveal something.
Wait, I got it.
Leave it too long, man. Yeah, go on.
What I'm saying is they need to give us a sign or something we can use to attach to something, because we know nothing about that.
I think they've given us the hoodies. The hoodies is enough. I think the hoodies should tell us something.
The hoodies are not enough. What does that
symbolize?
No, it's not enough. Okay, I'm being stupid. I'm being stupid. I mean, the hoodies. I think the hoodies can.
No, but let's say, for example, cool. Let's say, so for, like NWO used to come and cause ruckus, then they'll spray the NWO on people.
Exactly, yeah.
But wait, they spray something on the ring though.
Hi, this is the Superior Cypriot Theodoros, and you are listening to the WRESTHINGS podcast.
We need a sign.
We need something, like somebody needs to cut a promo, something like
or catchphrase or something.
These men are just some random Bandulu hooligans. Like, it don't make sense.
I need to hear it. I need to feel it.
Like, let's see what happens this week, innit?
That's what I'm giving them by SummerSlam.
I think for me, SummerSlam is a bit too long for me, man. Actually, SummerSlam isn't enough because next week is SummerSlam, no? No, it's not.
Yeah, next week.
Is it next week?
Yeah, next week SummerSlam. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then that's enough time.
So by SmackDown or on the night of SummerSlam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We need to see something.
Because it will prolong if not.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Before we head off though, I want to say a special shout out to this all-female podcast that picked us up. The upcoming podcast of Black women speaking about wrestling. I wanted to big them up. They're called Wrestling Weekly. I haven't seen any of their faces yet, but yeah, man, big up to you guys, man. Big up, hopefully we can get you on the podcast very soon and stuff. Yeah, man, big up to them.
Should we go into Ask Rest Things?
Yeah, let's do that, bro.
All right, cool. So we had a few questions from last week. The We had Laps. I mean, not Laps. Yeah, we did have a question from Laps. Do you think Raw Underground has potential to boost the ratings? What do you guys think?
No.
Nope.
Fair enough. That was quick.
Wait. Let me explain that one, right?
No, it's a good question, though.
If used correctly, it can. This is Raw. Basically, you see how we're talking about that 18 plus demographic. This is WWE's chance to get them back.
Yeah.
This is their chance to get them back. So it needs to be a bit more brutal, a bit longer as well. And boom, you've got us. It's entertaining.
Oh, I can't lie.
How much of a boost?
No one's watching 3 hours of hip hop music playing in the background with guys doing punches after they can't come every 5 minutes.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
Let me counter that. If you can play Def Jam, the video game, for 2+ hours, you can definitely watch Raw.
No, but come on, bro. What are you saying there, man? That's a video game. That's a video
it's basically
game.
the same thing.
Oh, come on, Laps, man. I must see Joe Budden around the go, fam. What the hell? I must see nothing, man, there. Hey, come on, man. Laps, man.
Joe Budden was the best on Def Jam Underground. I mean, Def Jam Vendetta.
I thought Fat Joe was.
Joe Budden has the best finisher.
What was he finishing again?
It was like a stone. It was like a combo with a Stone Cold Stunner. It was too wavy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't have faith in WWE. I'm atheist.
Yeah. I can't lie. That's atheist. I can't lie, Laps. I get where you're coming from here, but
no, it is. When you get that's what I wanted to ask. Like, in terms of boost, like, how much of a significant boost is it? Like a little boost? Because really and truly, I don't think anything at this point, unless they bring back The Rock. Actually, even if they bring back The Rock,
to do what? To find Raw Underground? That's an insult. That's an insult. Be careful. Be careful, please.
I'm talking in general. I don't know what WWE can do.
I'd rather see The Rock fight the Canteen. I'd rather see The Rock in the Canteen.
No, but I'm saying
general.
I'm saying in general because Raw's ratings have been declining for years. So I'm thinking, if it was to boost it, how much of a boost would you think it will bring it? Is it like a sustainable boost, or is it just
like they can boost it to the point where it literally becomes its own entity within WWE? I said it last week.
Yeah, you said last week. I agree with that.
Online series.
Yeah.
It can literally have it as an online series.
Okay, that makes sense. I was just about to ask, would you have it as a TV show or an online series?
No,
would you have Raw Underground like replace like 205 Live?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it needs to replace 205 Live. But then again,
wouldn't.
Go on, bro.
So if it replaces 205 Live, would it just become a new 205 Live again?
You're right.
Yeah.
Would you become another 205 Live?
Right. Because the only thing that anyone's watching is SmackDown and Raw. No one's checking. SmackDown, Raw, and NXT.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Big up WrestleMania UK. We've got some content coming up with them. They ask, do you think Raw Underground should be its own show with its own belt title? So we've already answered the own show. Do you think it should have its own belt or title?
No.
If it's a long-term thing, then yeah, it needs its own title. We need something. We need something to rank these wrestlers that are appearing on the show. We need something. We need some sort of like, some sort of like gift or something that they can walk around with, that they can show off within it, like the king of the underground or something like that. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't think of any like sort of like Deadly Games kind of tournament like for every week. Like if they had debuted Raw Underground and they say we're gonna have like Raw Underground tournament or something, and then every week they just go through the brackets and then you have like a final.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be sick. Quick question though. My question. I think I asked this question last week. So Raw Underground, right? So when we go back to live recordings, whenever, how is Raw Underground gonna like work? How do you think it's gonna work?
I think they would have solved it by then.
You think they would solve it? I mean, but how would you put it? Because I think it'd be best served as like a thing where it's like a dark show, but they film it in the ring. They make the ring. They turn on the lights. They have people around the ring. But even that, I feel like it's not as. Do you know what I mean? It kind of like. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe WWE.
I don't think it'd work.
Raw Underground needs to be on the WWE network. It needs to be online only. Once everything goes back to normal, I can't picture them doing Raw Underground in a stadium with like kids and all of that. It ruins the atmosphere.
Yeah, it does.
It needs to be online. It needs to have a small crowd as well, and just run.
Raw Underground is a production, so I don't. Yeah, it's a production. I don't see it as like a wrestling entity. It's just something that. It's entertainment for us at this point.
Yeah.
Do you know what they could do if they wanted to take it seriously? Again, I said this last week, but like, you see how Lucha Underground is filmed? right? Lucha Underground, the way Lucha Underground is presented, they could borrow a lot of elements from that. So, like, for example, I know Lucha Underground...
Fans will still complain and say, look at WWE taking idea from Lucha Underground. Bro, but yeah, go continue.
Yeah, I know they probably will, but it's like, even like how, like, Lucha Underground, like, a lot of the storylines was fighting for control of Lucha Underground. You could do like mad storylines where wrestlers are fighting for control of Raw Underground and do like little segments that will appear maybe on the WWE network or so on and so forth. Just, you know, make it like, essentially make Lucha Underground, Raw Underground like a little spin-off. But it depends. But I don't see WWE having the foresight to do something like that. So,
nah, for real. Yeah. We got Chris De Capo.
Yeah,
big up Chris. He asked, what's your favorite wrestling bars and a rap song that comes to mind? So, favorite wrestling bars that come to your mind?
Favorite wrestling bars. It's not really a favorite, but I like the way he flows on the beat. So there's an old school. I had it on my phone in secondary school. So you know Gracious K, right? Migrate. He done Migrate.
Yeah.
He done like a dojo rhythm, innit? And he goes something about Brock Lesnar. He goes, you don't want to get left like you don't want to get left Brock like Lesnar. Swing the bat like Temper. So yeah. I can't say the bar fully, but yeah, that's one of my favorite.
My favorite bar would have to be Sue Surf's round against Hitman Holler, where he was wrestling in these streets. He was Stone Cold Stunner. He was home with your mother watching wrestling. Rock, Raw, China. That was my favorite. Obviously, that's on our Wrestlings and Bars that's coming up soon.
Yeah. And also, adding on to that, the Heady one, I love that one. Turn shirts like I'm Hulk Hogan. Yeah, that one was sick though.
That was cool.
Not necessarily because Hulk Hogan's name you mentioned. I know this. Look at this guy.
You know what? I didn't say anything.
This guy's looking at me, fair.
I didn't even say anything.
I take back what I said. Wrestling is popular culture. It is.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Because people are still talking about. But that's
based on nostalgia.
That's nostalgia. Yeah. Nostalgia. Okay.
Next question. This is actually from NK. Yeah. At this point in time, do you think Okada is eligible to be in the GOAT conversation?
I just asked.
Okada man.
Mr. New Japan.
Basically, wait. Can I preface this? Instagram didn't let me ask the full question.
He does not.
It didn't let me ask the full question, so I was going to say, if Okada continues this current trajectory for the next 5 years, would he be eligible for GOAT conversation? I also had to shorten it and make it snappy. If Okada continues the trajectory in the next, I'd say, 5 years, is he eligible for GOAT conversation?
Absolutely. He's already eligible for it.
He's eligible for it right now, yeah?
NK's happy. He's been waiting for this. Look
at this.
He's been waiting for this. No, it is. I do think so. I feel like a lot of people won't say so just for the sheer fact that he hasn't had like an American run. Which at this moment in time, I think is out of the question because now, due to the internet, we don't need to have... You
don't have to go overseas to do that stuff.
Maybe like 10, 20 years when the internet wasn't there, there's a lot of men that were left out of conversations and you wouldn't actually hear about these kind of people unless you go and tune into people like Dave Meltzer. But other than that, yeah.
Because I was listening to other podcasters do the GOAT conversation and a category that comes up is durability, right? And a lot of people would say, you kind of need to wrestle in that the WWE or the biggest company because that's where you're going to get the most people watching you. And part of being a GOAT is you being able to draw a massive audience. So that's why somebody like Okada, for some people, might be excluded from that conversation because he has done it on the biggest stage.
No, it makes sense.
Like, I get that, but at the same time, it's like some of the bigger wrestlers coming up in like the 90s and the 2000s, especially those in Japan. I'm going to say some names, the ladies is going to say, who are these people?
No, go.
No, there's people like Misawa that drew some of that, the biggest, like, he drew numbers in the Tokyo Dome, you get what I'm saying? He drew Noah, so it's like, obviously back then people will say that, because you haven't wrestled at the biggest company, then you can't really have the claim as one of the biggest draws. but I mean the stats are there and the numbers don't lie. For me, you don't. I personally don't believe you have to have a run in WWE to even be considered the GOAT. Because look at it from this perspective, AJ Styles for a very long time was the best wrestler in the world. And he didn't come into WWE until later on into his career.
Exactly.
And, I mean, he's still in that conversation now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think the whole, you have to have wrestled in America or wrestled in WWE's air. Like, I get it. Because sometimes there will probably be wrestlers that you've missed. And wrestlers you'll look down the line thinking, oh, shit, this guy's sick. How come I never heard of him? Oh, if he wrestled in WWE, maybe he would have had this kind of career. But at the same time, we're blessed with the internet. We don't necessarily need all that.
Yeah, don't need it, You don't need it. Like I said, you don't have to go overseas for that stuff anymore.
Yeah, no, facts.
Don't say no card is gold level, thank you.
We've got a question from Duke84, big up our brother Duke.
Duke, man.
He asked, who will or can beat Cody for the TNT title?
Anyone. It depends on who Cody wants to let win.
Yeah.
Or is that what? Is that true?
No, it's a good answer. I mean, it's a correct answer. I just wasn't expecting the answer.
No, because
I was expecting like, I'm thinking this person. Like, you answer like this, man.
Okay, listen. Answer exactly.
You answer like the exalted one.
Let me speak properly in it. Let me think. I would love to see someone that you wouldn't expect, like Lord Adrian. Lord Adrian's matching work on social media right now. Like he's on my Instagram, on my Twitter, every single company posting him. So someone like him would be nice. So not to say win, but come on and like do a little thing in it. I'd love to see him in there.
Yeah, big up Lord Adrian.
I think Darby's taking it off him.
Oh yeah.
Who? I think Darby Allin's taking it off Cody.
Or even what's his name? Anyway, you don't think Scorpio Sky can grab off him?
Not now. I want him to, but what I think's gonna happen, I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yeah. I would have wanted him to, but the way it's been built, it hasn't been built in a way
built properly. No.
He had a sick I don't know if I put in the group. He had a sick promo that he put on Dark.
Oh, that promo was sick, when he sat. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
My thing is, if it was a thing where he'd now be wrestling on Dark for till All Out, then he now called out Cody like, listen, I'm tired of being on Dark. I'm coming for your title, and then won it at All Out. Then I'll just be like, you know what, perfect.
Yeah.
But for him to just have one promo, then come the following day on Dynamite to now call him out, for me, it's like there's not been a proper build. And for him to win the title, and the thing is, I feel like Cody's title reign is going to be very, very hard to beat. I feel like out of every company, Cody has had the best title run within this pandemic. I don't think, Cody's had the best run during this pandemic.
But even better than Drew.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, I feel that I've loved Drew's, and you man, like I said to you, man, before, I thought like you man are sleeping on Drew's.
No.
I've loved Drew's reign, but in terms of like the matchups and just like the versatility of like the different people that have gone against, for me, it's like, Cody is really Cody's wrestled different types of people.
And he's put me, and he's made a few stars. Like, he's put me onto, like, that Eddie Kingston match made Eddie Kingston, like, internet star overnight. Do you know what I mean? Like, the impact of certain matches. He made me look like someone like Sadie Kiss. I was like, oh, this guy can actually go. Like, wow, this guy's actually pretty good.
And even the promo that he cut after was sick as well.
Exactly. And those matches where I was thinking to myself, like, Cody could potentially lose this. Like, he was able to win it, you know what I'm saying? So, will it be a sick match against Scorpio Sky? It's going to be a sick match. Probably going to be one of the better matches he's had during this reign. He's going to lose it straight. Is he going to lose it? Probably not. I feel like maybe at All Out he'll probably lose it. But you never know. Like you said, it depends who Cody wants to
exactly.
drop his title to.
It depends who he wants to. Do you get what I mean from?
Yeah. Got another question from RHW Gareth. I think
big up him, man. I can't. He's social.
Gareth.
He's on it, fam.
Gareth, if you're watching this, you're my guy. I'm not going to lie to you.
He's on
Gareth
it.
Never misses.
Never.
Gareth never misses. He asked top 5 cruiserweights ever.
Woo. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Hey,
let's go first.
Wait. Let me jump on this one. Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
Billy Kidman.
Okay.
Would you count Jeff Hardy as a cruiserweight?
He won the light heavyweight title, so yeah. At one, he won it at one point, so I don't know if I don't know. But if you want to put him there, you can put him there.
I want to put Jeff Hardy in there. Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, when he was a cruiserweight back in the day, he was much lighter and low key.
Okay.
Yeah, Loki's cold.
Loki's crazy.
He's crazy. He's crazy, bro.
That's a shock.
Low key is crazy.
He hurts people, fam. He hurts people, fam.
Yeah.
Me, I put Billy Kidman there. Dean Malenko. Chris Jericho before he became the actual super. Do you know what I mean? Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio and Eddie. Eddie when he was a cruiserweight. Like when he,
Oh, yeah.
So the radical Eddie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What about you and K? Okada's not cruiserweight, by the way.
Man's gonna do Okada, Suzuki, Michinoku.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna say Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jushin Thunder Liger. Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Shibata.
He's about funny. He's a bad New Japan man are coming into my head. I know what they.
I'm not gonna say it.
Kushida. Kushida's called. I don't even know.
Is it Bushi Cruiser? Bushi should be. I swear he should be.
No, I don't think anymore.
He's not anymore.
Yeah, but at one point he was, so you could add him if you want.
He did have a run with the junior hat. See, there's so many men that are cruiserweights, but the problem is, like, I'm thinking about like their most prominent roles. And the most prominent. It's hard. Come back to me.
I led this bad mind, man was saying Suzuki, but you know.
No, fam. These names that this guy will mention, I know, bro. I can see it. Bro, I see his lip trembling. He's like, he was ready to say it. He was ready.
No, I said Kushida and Jushin, innit? That's two Japanese.
Shit. Maybe for me,
you're gonna say X-Pac. You're gonna say X-Pac, innit? He's definitely gonna be.
I'm actually not. I love X-Pac. I'm not actually gonna add him. No, I'm gonna say Chris Jericho, Jushin Liger, Rey Mysterio, Taka Michinoku.
Yeah, of course.
And Juventud Guerrera.
Oh yeah, okay. Guerrero. Yeah, he was sick. He was called what? Mask or without mask?
I mean both, but when they're both in like WCW, ECW.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm with that.
Do you know who I'll say? Ricochet was a cruiserweight.
True. Is he still
a cruiserweight?
Is he still not a cruiserweight?
No, but Ricochet's best run was as cruiserweight, so I'm putting him there.
Okay.
For me, Ricochet, that's 4. And
Funaki.
Eddie.
And who? Eddie.
Yeah.
I thought he said Funaki.
Wait, who? Eddie what? Wait, it's Eddie. Eddie,
Funaki.
I thought he said Eddie.
Funaki. Did you say Funaki?
No, I said Eddie Guerrero.
I thought. Wait.
No, I'm putting Funaki.
Wait, I can't lie. When he said Eddie, I thought he said Eddie 1. I thought he said Eddie.
What?
I said, wait, what? Wait, what?
I heard someone say Funaki as their favorite music.
I can't lie. Funaki was enjoyable. He bought something funny to it. So
Indeed.
That's it, Funaki. You better funny, fam.
Any more questions?
I don't know if there's I don't know if these are the ones you asked. I don't know if these are ones from last week.
Or the bookmarks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's one from NK about corrupt modern day wrestling.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Done that.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's all the questions. Yeah.
I can't lie, Mandem. It's been a funny podcast. I can't lie. Hey,
I love it.
The Japanese dictionary firm live in the flesh. Hey, I can't lie. It's been a good episode, man. A few canteen trips, but yeah, man, it's been good, man. What do you man think?
No, it's been good, man. I want to leave you guys, man, with one more question before we leave. Yeah. What is a dream match that you have in your head that is not spoken about? So, for example, people always talk about matches like Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels or Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles. What is like an unorthodox dream match you've thought of in your head?
Oh, I got one.
Okada versus John Cena.
Nah, no, not even.
It's definitely Okada, though, isn't it?
No, Shibata versus Lesnar.
Even the same thing.
No, that would be a sick match though.
Shibata versus Lesnar. That is what?
No, that would be a sick match.
What?
How long do you think the match would go for?
Probably like.
And where would you have it? Would it be WWE? Would it be New Japan?
No, New Japan. I want Brock to go.
Because if it was WWE, then yeah, I don't think Shibata.
No. Listen, this is what the spot I have in mind. Listen, I want Brock to German suplex, man. Shibata no sell it and slap him. That's the spot I'll go nuts for. I'll go nuts for that spot. But I have it in New Japan. I'll probably go like 10 to 15. No, not going 10 to 15.
No, that makes sense. What about the rest of you, then?
I'm trying to think. I was thinking of Sting versus Undertaker, but that's already something that's been happening. I would love to see
unorthodox.
Unorthodox. So I was even thinking like this is off head, isn't it? The only reason I picked these two people is because of how they both entered their new promotions, innit? So I'm thinking more. I was gonna say something mad. I was gonna say something mad. Let me be quiet. But this is a PG show. I was gonna say PG. What the heck? I was gonna say something new. This is ECW, fam. I was gonna say something very New Jackish.
I'll shoot that motherfucker.
So I'm thinking more Razor Ramon and John Moxley, like mainly because of their personas and stuff, innit, and how they came into like for example when he came to WCW and how he came to AEW, innit. So
yeah,
I don't think it'll be a good match, but yeah, I think more time the way they enter.
I think like if we're talking like in their primes,
in their primes, yeah, of course,
yeah.
Razor Ramon
I feel like that would be a good match.
Yeah.
What about you, Leps?
I think LAX versus DX.
Wait, which LAX? Which one?
Hernandez and Homicide.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Hernandez and Homicide versus Triple H for Shawn Michaels.
My guy.
Because I've always wanted that. I've always wanted that WWE versus TNA thing, and those two teams just stand out to me, innit?
Yeah.
Because they're both similar to each other.
No, that's sick. That'll be a good match.
Yeah. And if we're being real, the extended version of LAX versus the whole of DX. So
I can't lie, for the extended version of LAX will wash them, man, still.
100%. DX won't be able to keep up.
Them man will wash them, man.
Yeah, but them man were high. We're talking in their prime, them man were high.
Yeah.
The dog was just on drugs,
man. Aye, but that's a dream match I think about still.
Yeah, that'll be a sick match.
Also, AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels. AJ Styles in his prime.
That's a popular opinion, though.
That's what, yeah.
I'm talking about match that.
I swear.
Yeah, but a lot of people said that.
Yeah, fam. A lot of people said that.
Also, another match no one speaks about.
Yeah.
Bobby Roode versus Triple H.
Have people spoken about that?
I've seen a couple, but not.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. Maybe because of the comparisons.
Listen, they look like father and son. Yeah, basically. I feel like no one talks about that, so I picked that match still.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
another one, yeah. I don't know if this is a popular thing, yeah, but from young, when I first saw this guy, yeah, what's this guy called again?
Virgil.
Not Virgil, fam. What's the guy that was white? He wore all white and he came through.
Mordecai.
Mordecai versus Undertaker. That should have happened.
That was meant to happen.
It was meant to happen, but what happened?
Mordecai.
What happened? What was the
He was like meant to be like some Christian cult leader or something.
Cult leader, yeah.
He basically became Kevin Thorne after.
Kevin Thorne, yeah. That should have happened. So
yeah.
Is Kevin Thorne the vampire guy?
Yeah.
Mad thing.
Nigga, you is young.
Mordecai, check out Mordecai, man.
Yeah, check out Mordecai. He was all right. He had his debut match against like Scotty Too Hotty or something.
Yeah, that was deep. That match was deep. That was deep, bro.
I think I'd go for Stone Cold versus Randy Orton. WrestleMania 18.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, that'd be sick.
I would love to see the Stone Cold Stunner counted into
RKO.
I think watching the Kevin Owens and Randy Orton match, I think that put that foot in my head. A Stone Cold versus Randy Orton match, both in their primes. Yeah. Maybe an atmosphere like WrestleMania 17 or 18. It will go off. Absolutely go off.
Oh, man. But yeah, Mandem, it's been a sick episode. I've enjoyed it. Yeah, if you guys want to do your little shout-outs, I want to shout. Okay, first ones, I want to shout out every single person that's always tagging us in stuff that people want to watch. For example, if someone says I like wrestling, they're tagging us in it, or even if it's like an influencer out there that's like, who are the top 5 podcasts you listen to right now? People are tagging me. I want to big up every single person, man, because you guys are opening a lot of doors for us right now, man. Honestly, bro, I appreciate it, man. I love you all, bro. Who else I want to big up? I want to big up. Who else is there? Yeah, that wrestling events group chat, fam, hilarious, bro. Big up every single person in that group chat. Every single person.
Join, hit us up, man.
Yeah, hit us up, man. You enter it, man. Big up everyone else on Instagram as well. That's not obviously that's not on the Twitter as well. Everyone on Instagram that follows us, big you up. And yeah, man. And that's it. That's all my big ups.
Yeah.
Big up Mandy Rose.
Yeah, big up Mandy Rose. She's looking. I like her new hairstyle though. It's nice. Still.
Big up, man. I'm invested in Sonya Deville. I haven't been watching Miss Smackdown, but we've been seeing her promos. I'm invested.
Yeah.
But yeah, big up Mandy Rose. That's it.
Big up Bianca Belair as well.
Yeah, big up Dominik Viscera as well.
Big up all the women in WWE.
Yeah.
Big up Tamina.
Big up everyone.
Yeah, big up Big Four.
Yeah, Jax, man. No, Jax. Big up Dominik Mysterio as well.
Big up Funaki.
You see, Michinoku, Toyota, Mercedes Benz, fam, all of them, man, fam. But yeah,
big up New Japan.
Big all of them, man. But yeah, I've been enough, aka VHS Papizzle.
I've been Big Watch, aka Delboy.
NK the man that too sweet to be sour.
Sweet and sour sauce.
And obviously, Young Laps, King of the Canteen. I'm coming back with a promo.
You can't be called King of the Canteen.
Go for big fan.
Coming back.
Man said,
Jesus Christi. I can say that Jesus Christi.
Jump at Jesus Christi.
Hey. I'm only King of the Canteen because I don't have a promo. Once I have that promo, I'm coming.
You've got your promo. You say the same for every week. That's your promo.
That's your promo, fam.
Your promo is not. Your promo is you saying that you're working on your promo.
Hey, the canteen is not a nice place, fam.
Yeah.
I can't lie. You guys dropped.
Man say catering, fam.
Mojo Rowley and them, man.
Oh, fam. But yeah, big up everyone, man.